Wait, we go like this, right? Okay, I swear.
You do whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
This close? Oh my god.
Thank you for joining me.
Restart it. Guess what?
What?
I finally binge watched in one day the first season of Stranger Things.
You did.
Yeah.
I told you were going to like it. And it's on topic today. That's excellent.
I know.
Is that your big news for the week?
That was my
'Cause I
big
gonna ask
news for the
how
week.
your week went, if there's anything good that happened. That's excellent news.
Yes.
Good.
I was really, I was not mad about
You're
it.
caught up with the rest of 2019.
I know, and I'm like, oh my god. Now I was like, maybe I'll binge watch season 2, but I'm like, oh, I got podcasts.
No, hey, I mean, you got something to do when you go home tonight. When it's 3 a.m. and I see you're active online,
Yeah.
I know you're up watching Stranger Things.
Dude,
now.
it was so good.
It is it not?
It
the
was,
era and
it
everything?
was good.
Oh,
it
excellent.
literally was like a perfect setup for the segment for today. Like,
yeah.
no lie. Like the nostalgia. I mean, granted, I'm not an 80s baby, but
I am, just barely. September 89. I just got in there.
but I was not mad. I loved it. It was so good.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character? I
Like,
don't think
you can't go past the first season, though, because I don't know
That's
anybody.
yeah, I can't do it then.
Okay, that's
Well,
fine.
no, first season, if we're going to go all time, I'm going to go Hopper.
Oh, yeah. He's
Hopper's
so
my guy.
good. I
Yeah,
like him.
He's
yeah.
my guy. He's the man I aspire to be. You know, dad bod toting a fucking
Dude, I'm not going to lie.
6-shooter.
He was really good. I like him, and I like, what's his name? Dustin? Is that his name?
With the teeth?
Yeah, I love him. I thought
They're
he was
all good.
so...
The kids are definitely talented. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, it was really good.
That's why I really liked It when they redid It, because a couple of those kids are in that movie.
Yeah.
Or one of them. I don't know. I know one of them is.
I don't know. I saw all the
I think
hits,
one of
but
them is. Am I hallucinating?
I don't know.
I think one of them's in there.
Are you going to check?
I might fact check myself.
Yeah, this guy with his receipts, man, I tell you. He's always got to
Gotta have
get a
receipts.
receipt. Anyways. But yeah, you let me know. So, what did you do this week, Joe? Anything new and exciting?
Typical stuff. But for the first time now, my volleyball team won our first game.
Oh my
that was very
God!
exciting,
Yay!
yeah.
Woohoo!
I'm not a terrible coach.
What's your team name?
Collateral Damage.
Oh,
That's us. Come on out to the Schaumburg Rec Center and watch us lose every week.
well, you won. That's
we did
exciting.
win. Yeah. We won 2 of the 3 games.
That's
So
really
it's
exciting.
Best of 3. We lost the first one, 27-26, and then we came back and just rocked the last 2 after getting that close to a victory. So it was off topic for this. Sorry, it's not Halloween themed.
No, it's
Being
okay.
this close to, what are we, 3 days away from Halloween here?
Well, it's on next Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah. Or yeah, no, next Tuesday.
Tuesday, sorry.
So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. I can math.
It's
Look at
close.
me. It's close.
It's very
definitely
close.
upon us.
It's the best time of the year.
It's definitely one of the best times, no doubt. Well, welcome back to Slobs Anonymous with me, Joey C., and my host,
KB.
co-host, KB. I'm your co-host. You're my co-host. We're both hosts.
We're
Hostess with the mostest.
We're hosting your Halloween episode today.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Kaylee has damn near shit herself with this topic because it's her favorite holiday.
Yes.
But thank you
so
guys
excited.
so far for joining us for parts 1 through 4 of getting to know who we are. We really appreciate the support and the love from, all 10 fans who
Yeah, we've had a lot
listening.
of listeners. I was pretty excited.
There's a guy up in Belgium listening
yes.
to us. That's a lot of
Woohoo!
fun.
That was really exciting to see.
It had to be like a clickbait mistake. I
It's
don't
all
know.
right. Who cares? We'll accept what we can get.
Yeah. So thanks for sticking with us. And as we said, today is our first official special, and hilariously enough, on Halloween, which is both of our. I mean, it's my second favorite holiday.
My first.
Right, her first.
This is like my life right now. I'm so excited.
Yeah, she's gonna be steering the wheel pretty hard on this one. So I'm gonna just toss this over to you, and we can get started. Let's dive into this one.
All right, so Joe, this is a serious question. I've been.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, this
Go.
isn't gonna be like a question.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Ask me.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, so recently I have discovered this about myself that
Do you also have a belly button?
Shut up. No, but anyways, like I've literally discovered this. I've done a lot of soul searching lately, and I've realized that I was like not like all of the other girls.
Oh, I mean, is this supposed to be news? I don't know.
But I was like,
I don't know another slob quite like
yeah, right. You don't know any other girls that pee in alleys and stuff. You know,
and
that's
shit
all right.
their backs.
Shut up now. Anyway, so I realized I'm like, you know what? There's a fall girl, and then there's a Halloween girl.
Fall girl, like the girl you call on the weekends, like she's my fall girl, like that's the default.
No, like your fall girl is like your typical.
Oh, the season.
Seasonal.
All right, I gotta be on topic
girl.
because
Yeah,
it's the fall time of season. Halloween, fall. Now I understand.
So like I've realized that I am a Halloween girl. Like.
Oh yeah, hands down.
But I never realized that it was a thing. I always just felt like I was disconnected. Like,
where did you acquire this knowledge? I need a receipt. Where did you acquire this knowledge?
well, no, I've been doing a lot
difference?
of research, like soul searching within myself.
Oh, okay.
And I feel like if you were, like, would you prefer a fall girl or a Halloween girl? Do you know the difference?
I'm gonna Well,
what is your version of a
that
fall girl and your version of a Halloween girl?
It's not that I would know the difference, but if I had to give you my version, I would
Yes.
imagine the fall girl is the one who likes to do like all the white people shit, the apple picking, the pumpkin patches, the driving up to Lake Geneva to look at all the shops and buying expensive shit that you can get on Amazon. For
Buying
cheap.
the pumpkin spice latte.
Right. PSLs 24/7/11. The Halloween girl is like they're doing 31 nights of horror movies. Like the house is decked out like a freaking insane asylum.
Right.
Like, but I believe there's a sweet spot in the middle.
Yeah.
I truly do.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely. I am probably like the sweet spot because I love a good pumpkin patch. I love apple picking. I love all
Right.
that bullshit. But I also I don't like decorating just for fall. And I
Right.
tried
You-
that
yeah,
this
you
year
can't.
in the beginning, and it didn't go well. I wasn't a fan.
So to answer the question you didn't ask, I would be both a fall girl and a Halloween girl.
You would. Okay. No, I love it. I'm glad. I'm here for it. I'm glad that we could connect on that level.
Wait, can I ask the next question?
Well, we're not like really playing a question game this time, but yeah, sure. Ask me.
Fine.
Ask me a good
Well,
question.
maybe I'm just curious.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Well,
Shoot.
do you have any favorite Halloween movies?
My favorite Halloween movie of all time?
Oh, I mean, we can do that too. I have like four. Off
I
the
mean, I
top
have
of
a
my head.
million favorite Halloween
Right.
movies. But
Generally, any horror movie is a good time.
well, no, we
during
watched a
Halloween.
movie the other day and you didn't like it.
Which one was that?
Haunt.
Yeah, it was okay.
You weren't a fan. I felt
was
like
alright.
you were like, eh.
It was all right.
It was all right.
It was all right. CGI was not. I'm not a fan of the CGI.
It was. I liked it. Well, I'm terrified of haunted houses. So
Makes sense.
if you haven't seen it, check it out.
Ooh, that
it's
leads us
real
to a
gory.
question at the end. Just wait for that question, folks, about haunted houses.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
wait to talk about that one.
Oh gosh, we're not even gonna go
Anyway,
there.
so we'll just go with your. Do you have an all-time favorite Halloween
All-time
movie?
favorite Halloween movie is the original Halloween.
The original Halloween.
First
I
Halloween.
mean, respectable. You can't argue.
John
with that.
Carpenter, original Halloween. But I do like my favorite character though is, like I said before, Freddy from
Right.
Nightmare on Elm Street, which would be probably my second. But I also love like the Disney ones, like Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town, Under Wraps. And then I like the Conjurings and like the Nuns and any like serial killer documentaries.
Anything that'll make you question sleeping by yourself. at that
Exactly.
point.
Yeah.
I'm fully on board. Fully on board.
Right. I'm not
I
mad.
keep it completely classic. I love the original Casper movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm a total sad sack for that one. Love Beetlejuice. Grew up
By
with
the way-
Beetlejuice. What?
Can I tell you something? So
Yeah.
most girls that grew up in the 90s, when they saw Casper come to a boy,
Yeah. What's his name?
they had a crush on
yeah, I
him.
would say you wouldn't be the only girl to tell me this.
I didn't have a crush on him, but everybody else I know, they're like, Casper's
I can't remember.
my man crush.
Devin Sawa or
I don't know.
Sour.
But did you know that?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard that by several women.
I wonder if like anyone else had that issue.
Devin
or-
Sawa. I had it right off the. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
See, look at you.
He's dreamy.
Yeah. Anyways, go ahead. Beetlejuice.
Yeah. So I got Casper. I got Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice we were watching when we were really young. Probably shouldn't have been. But,
Yeah, right.
yeah, that one we grew up with.
But you like know the humor when you're little.
No, I mean,
Right.
the humor that I found in it, I still find funny because I'm a big 5-year-old. Like, in
Yeah.
farts and pee pee and poo poo are funny to me. So when he grabs his nuts and he's you know, like he's like that shit's funny still because that child lives in me.
He's so good in it.
Some people just like don't know about that movie either. I know it's making a weird like
I don't know.
underground comeback, but I've met people who've never seen that movie. And
Beetlejuice?
Yeah. I look at them the way people look at me for not seeing all the Star Wars movies.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm just like, dude, Beetlejuice is legendary. I mean, Michael Keaton alone is
Right.
just like legendary.
I don't understand how people have not seen Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
That's like crazy to me.
And then on the other two on this list, for number 3, Nightmare Before Christmas. I
hate it.
I know you don't like it for some reason, and it's hard because as a kid growing up, anytime we put it on, my parents were really confused.
Yeah,
because the Halloween part would be on, and it would be like, I don't know, around Christmas time.
Right.
It was like, hey, turn this shit off. This is a Halloween movie. It's December. I was like, oh, okay. And then Halloween would come around. I'd start watching. Like, hey, turn this shit off. It's a Christmas movie. Like, I don't want to be seeing that yet. Let's get through the other holidays. So
it's brutal.
I've officially dubbed that like a Thanksgiving movie.
There you go. That's a good way to think about it.
Because it's right in the middle of everything.
It's the worst movie though.
I love it.
Ugh.
I absolutely. Again, Tim Burton.
I like Tim Burton, but
I don't know. And then I was late to the game on Hocus Pocus. But then once I saw it for the first time like 7 or 8 years ago.
Which is like mind-boggling to me.
And you know, it was like Disney, and we didn't grow up with it. It was another one of those weird ones that fell between the cracks. I don't know how, but we didn't grow up with it. And then I was late to the game, and I can currently say my favorite line in the movie is when the little sister asks the brother what he calls tits. And she calls them yabos.
Yeah.
And I picture everybody at the Walt Disney Round Table being like, all right, so what are we going to call her tits? And they call some old pervert's like, let's call them yabos. and then they scripted that.
It literally reminds me of the Aladdin.
What?
What's his name? The bird in Aladdin?
Iago?
Yeah.
Those Iagos? Dude, when I heard that line for the first time, I damn near hit the floor pissing my pants. I was like, dude, did anyone else hear this little girl? Like, and everyone else had seen the movie since they grew up, but like seeing it for my first time in my late 20s, I was like, this is fucking hysterical.
I wonder if I would like it if I watched it that late in life.
Hocus Pocus?
Yeah.
Oh, so you did grow up with it?
I watched that since like probably
day one.
Yeah, I don't remember like not watching it. Like
yeah, and then just some of the adult humor that's in there, like when they're all getting on the bus and she's like, wow, I don't know what she says, something about are there children here? And he's like, no, but if you give me a couple chimes to try, I bet I can make some or something like that. I was like, wow, like the kids have no fucking clue.
The bus driver, yeah, the people they run into, they're so funny. But it definitely has like a lot. Ooh, it definitely has a lot of adult humor in it, which is like you learn it as you get older. But
yeah, when
you're a kid, you're just like, I want to be a Sanderson sister.
Right, and now I understand what everybody the hell was talking about all those years.
You're like, what's a muck?
Yeah, and now I'm an idiot saying that in my head like around this time.
Right. Did you ever see Halloween Town?
Nope.
What?
No. Another one that just flew under the radar.
I don't even know if we could continue this podcast.
Should we stop?
Maybe we
should.
Should
we just do a hard cut to next week's episode?
Yeah, seriously. Oh my God, that's like crazy.
To our Christmas special.
No, you can't miss Thanksgiving
episode.
Although, while we're on the subject, briefly, do you know that Home Depot has all their Halloween stuff down already? And it's
get out of here.
And it's Christmas already.
I can't handle it. I couldn't handle it when it was August and
Halloween stuff was out.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I'm at car shows. It's 101 out with the humidity. Like, I'm in the pool on the weekends. Kaylee and I's birthday hasn't even happened yet.
Yeah,
like I'm looking at friggin' Halloween stuff.
Oh man, well the movies are endless.
Yeah,
I love them all.
I'm down for anything.
Poltergeist,
I'm down to
Shining.
Get scared. Yeah,
I like all the originals. But yeah.
Pop a bag of popcorn and hook me up with some chocolate. I'll eat any. I'll watch anything.
Dude, what's your favorite Halloween like snack? You know, there's like specifics.
Oh yeah, and mine's rare. It is the Affy Tapple apple, like the caramel apple. But instead of them rolling it in peanuts, they roll it in what they call like pie pieces.
Oh,
I don't know how else to. Yeah, dude, they're absolutely delectable. They're very cinnamony. and it's basically like they just took a bunch of pie crumbs with like cinnamon and sugar, and they roll the entire caramel apple in it.
That's crazy.
And they don't sell them everywhere. Anywhere you go, like they'll give you the shitty sprinkles on there. Like I'm like, I don't want sprinkles on this. Where's the apple pie one?
Dude, they have. I've never had that.
They're good. They're really good. I'm trying to get you a picture because they're.
Sounds delicious.
They're very good. Do you have a staple of your own?
I mean, I love popcorn balls.
Yeah. How could I forget the popcorn balls? I was going store bought.
Well, yeah. I mean, like the tradition that I've become a part of. My mother-in-law makes the best popcorn balls. Oh shit! Yeah, I never seen
apple
these.
Pie taffy apples. Say that one time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the popcorn
homemade
balls.
Caramel popcorn, so good. And I know how to make them now, so I'm happy. It took me like a while, but it's like an art.
Do you have a worst edible around Halloween time that you can't stand?
Like candy corn?
Whether it's you stole mine. It could be homemade or it could be but just candy corn takes it.
But I hate store-bought popcorn balls.
Oh, they're fucking disgusting.
Like they are
They're
awful.
rock hard. They're
Like,
not chewy. They taste like cement. They're garbage.
It just tastes like what styrofoam tastes like.
Yeah.
Like if you were to chew on a pool noodle.
Yeah. After having generations of popcorn balls from my grandmother to my mother, anything Kath makes, I won't touch a store-bought.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. But I even like the funfetti, like generic, like Pillsbury funfetti cupcakes. We make them on Halloween and stuff, or like those little cookies with the ghosts on them.
Yeah, I don't discriminate when it comes to dessert.
I
just
love
won't
them.
ever eat a freaking candy corn because it doesn't know what it is.
Yeah, no,
It's a confused candy.
Candy corn is. I eat probably like 3 pieces a year just to say I did it.
Ugh,
and I just hate it, and I want to brush my teeth immediately after.
No way. It's like a piece of a candle. It's like have this bag of candle chips. I'm not into that. But I don't know what the flavor is. I don't know. Is it corn? Is it candy? It's confusing.
It candy corn?
I mean, it's exactly what it is, but I'm not in for it.
I agree.
I'm not on that ride.
I love the colors though of candy corn, and I hate the color
It's festive.
yellow.
Do you know it's festive? And here's the white woman in me talking. It's festive to make like a centerpiece or something.
Right.
Like throw them all in a glass that has a candle on top or something.
Yeah.
Like that's what that's for. You want to decorate with those? You want to for all the kids making their shitty art projects in school this time of year? Give them those to glue to a sheet of paper.
You make a turkey with your hand.
Yeah, and then you make the feathers out of the
with
candy corn.
corn.
Yeah, it's craft material. That shouldn't be put in my mouth.
Right.
I shouldn't be able to ingest craft material.
It's the equivalency of popsicle sticks.
Yeah, it is. And I'm pretty sure if you melted it down, you could use it as a paste.
Probably.
Like to glue some shit together.
Dude, you could be like removing your eyebrow with it.
Yeah. No thanks. I'm taking a hard pass.
But like, did you, when you were a kid, I used to get kind of mad about like when I would get like those candies that were like just like gum, like not gum, but it was like gummy. It looks like what you would think of a traditional like candy clip art would be. It's like in that what is
like
that?
It was clear
wax
cellophane?
paper type, and it looks just like
Was it fruity?
I don't even know. I didn't even eat it.
Oh.
Because it was just gross. They were like different colors.
Is it like something someone else's grandma would have in a candy
exactly.
dish? Yeah, I know what you mean.
Ugh.
Or there's the one where the wrapping looks like a strawberry on the outside.
Oh, I love those.
I can't even tell you if I've ever had one of those.
Dude, those are so good. They're like gooey in the inside.
If there's not a name on there, it freaks me out because I don't know where it came from.
My grandma used to have those in her like house all the time.
Those are the ones they were putting the needles in that our parents were talking about when we were kids.
Right.
They mixed them up with the sewing kit.
They have to check the candy. Yeah. Do people do that still?
I fucking hope so.
I would definitely do it now.
I mean, some of these kids are kind of shitty. I'd be like, nah, you could take a chance.
Take a few razor blades.
Yeah, you take
no
a few razor blades to the tongue. We'll see what happens.
Oh my god. But yeah, was there any candy that when you were a kid, did you guys just like separate your candies?
Oh yeah, I mean, like the final like venture home with like this. I was a savage. I would just take my pillowcase.
Yeah,
like they'd have like the cute little bags they hand out at school. I'm like, fuck that. I'm coming home with a pillowcase full of shit.
Right.
And when you would get home and dump that out on the living room floor, like with me and my 2 brothers, we'd have 3 massive ass piles. At that point, it was trading time.
Yes.
It was like, yo, I got all these Whoppers, and none of us ate Whoppers.
Neither
so it was
do
like,
we.
get these the fuck out of here. Where are we putting these in the garbage?
Right.
That's where those go. But
those are the donate.
but it started to come down to like the fruity versus the chocolate. My brothers were a little more on the fruity side candy. I was always chocolate, so it was like, yo, pass them Snickers, pass them Twix, pass them Milk Duds, and I was giving them like
I
my
hate Milk
Starburst
Duds.
and my why? It's just caramel with chocolate.
I don't like Milk Duds.
Ah,
I don't like Milk Duds. I don't like Whoppers.
Whoppers suck. Whoppers hurt. They're like burny. They burn my mouth. My mouth feels the same way it does after I eat Whoppers, the same way after I eat pineapple. It feels all furry inside, and I don't know why.
Like it's cut up.
Yeah, it's
or
like
like
dude,
Captain Crunch
yeah,
berries.
I'm like, yo, did I get one of those razor blades or those needles in there? What the fuck? Why does my mouth feel like it like burns?
Oh man,
Not
yeah.
for me. Not for me. But yeah, that was the best part of that because you'd come home and then you'd have like a maximum sack of candy at the end of the night with everything in it that you want.
Dude, I know this is like unpopular opinion. I hate Sour Patch Kids.
Oh, that's when it comes to the like the fruity side of candy, it's top 3 for me.
Ugh.
Love
I
it.
can't. I don't really like
Fucking love
fruity in general candies, but
Yeah, like classic Starburst. Like
I like Starburst.
Yeah.
It took me a really long time to like Butterfingers. Like I didn't like Butterfingers until I was an adult.
Oh, and it has just been brought to my attention that Nestle no longer owns Butterfinger. It's owned by Ferrero.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
That's another one I don't like.
I believe Ferrero Rocher.
I don't.
Oh my god, I hated them growing up, and now I can't get enough of them.
Ugh,
But
no.
the Butterfingers, I believe the recipe has changed a skosh because they are very, very peanut buttery now.
Oh,
And-
really?
And evidently, from naysayers who are claim that it's completely different. Certain people who write to the companies, those type
Like
of people.
my mother-in-law?
Right. I didn't want to say it.
Yeah. No, that's all right. She wears that badge proud.
She does. They claim that it tastes differently, but I've tasted the quote unquote new product after not having a Butterfinger in like 10 years, and I'm a fan.
Oh,
Whether
okay.
it's changed or not, it's like riding the top 5 right now this year for sure.
I'm a Reese's stick girl.
I mean,
All Reese's.
anything Reese's.
But I love the sticks and I love the Take Fives.
You got
and the
Reese's
Pieces.
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 You want to have a fight? On the air.
Pieces. Anyways.
You want to have a fist? 9 rounds of bare knuckle boxing over PCs and pieces.
I just have to say Pieces. The worst is trying to spell Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, because you're spelled P.
My brain- yeah.
CES.
I'm like, what is it? A C, an S?
Right.
Am I spelling recess?
I before E, except after Reese's.
Oh God.
Where are we at in this damn thing?
So, what would you say is your best like Halloween costume that you've worn?
It's hard to pick because like you have the nostalgia of everything, and like being a kid, it's a little more magical in my opinion. And I mean, I don't know.
Were you guys homemade or store-bought costumes?
We were normally pretty homemade, and if we did a store-bought, there was something extra that was homemade
added, right?
Included. Like, I remember like feeling like a totally different person when I got to be the Red Power Ranger.
Oh,
Like when I got to suit up, put
you
that
ass.
mask on.
You stole mine.
Did I really?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
so
sorry.
I put Pink Ranger.
All right. Well, cool. Cool. We're right there on this. There's a reason we're doing this podcast, everybody. We have a couple things in common, I guess.
Just a few.
Just a couple. But what my dad did was he took like an old cowboy holster that I had, like a cowboy toy holster, sprayed it white with a belt, and let me wear that. And then he took a toy gun that I had that made a bunch of noises, sprayed that red, and added a bunch of chrome accents.
Oh, nice.
From like his model car kits. So made me like a homemade weapon, and then took a sword from like another toy that we had, like a medieval sword, sprayed that like chrome silver, and then put like all these like ornamental things on there. So I had like a life-size sword, a life-size gun with a holster, shit that they just like didn't sell in the store.
Right.
So I walked in and everybody just had like their pajama, essentially that pajama costume.
Yeah,
that
with
they
the
gave
plastic
me.
mask.
And I came in with like a gun on, like when you could do that.
Yeah,
couldn't
right. You can't do that now.
I came in wielding a fucking sword, a gun, the fucking belt with like the morpher in
Came
the
with a
front.
Tech 9.
Yeah, straight.
Not in any bad way. It didn't have
No.
it wasn't real.
And it was always like the school fair. You know, you'd be running up and
the
like,
orange tip.
Yeah, no, and that was the thing. He sprayed the whole gun,
So
so
it wasn't
looked
even an
legit.
orange
Yeah,
tip?
oh, it looked awesome.
Oh man.
It looked so cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
But
yeah.
do you are you speaking more towards the vintage, or are you speaking like in the last 5 years?
Just
For
overall.
yourself? All right, go overall.
Mine. Well, I know what you mean by like when you put that costume on, you are the
Yeah,
Rangers.
because lately I've been getting pretty creative. I've been trying to.
Yeah, I literally well now since I've hit the point of like marriage and everything, I went through like I was always girly. I feel like back in the day, like I was always like a cowgirl.
What happened?
Or like I still am girly, but or like a ballerina or like Minnie Mouse or like Dorothy, like those kind of things, like standard
You
things.
remember, man? I'd have to really think to know like where I.
Dude, I've been like everything.
Man.
I feel like, but like as I got older and I didn't care about being slutty, like I wasn't like I was like a slutty schoolgirl. I was like a slutty French maid. Like I turned the French
Oh, you
maid
did all that,
into a pirate costume because it was like a black and white dress.
right?
And I turned it into like a pirate costume, and then that was slutty. And I literally cried the one year in Spirit Halloween because my mom wouldn't let me buy this. I was like, I was dating Tony, so I was at least 18 years old, and I cried because she wouldn't let me buy this like $60 pirate hat. I was so distraught. I was like, but I need it. She's like, you don't need that. You're gonna lose it at a bar, like because we went to some like
Right.
underage
She knew what you were up to.
bar.
We were going to teasers,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I was 18, so
Right.
she's like, and I cried to Tony. He's like, get over it. Like I can't believe you're crying over
Why?
this.
Why you crying?
Yeah, right. He feels no sympathy for
No.
me. He's like, put your big girl
It's
panties
just
on.
stop it. Yeah.
Yeah, just stop your blubbering. But I always stick now to like scary. I like to look
So
disgusting.
as an adult in your elder years, you're just like, I got to look grotesque.
I want people to feel uncomfortable when they look at me. Like
well, it doesn't need to be Halloween for that.
like I pull out like I end up like breaking out so bad after like
Oh, because all the glues and
my
shit?
liquid latex
Ah.
and like peeling it off and the contacts and
Yeah. When it comes to the older costumes, I go for like, I tend to stretch for like comedy classics.
Yeah.
Like in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, I remember being, oh my God.
Jesus.
I remember being,
Excuse yourself.
pardon me. I remember being Cousin Eddie from
Oh
Christmas
yeah, that was a good
Vacation.
one.
I
have
showed
that.
up in just a robe with like what do you call that hat?
The hat, like
yeah,
the I
like
don't
the
know.
winter the
like Elmer Fudd hat.
yeah, like the hunting hat, And I had like dress shoes on, you know what I mean? Like, I think you and I have a picture.
We do. I'm
Were
posting
you a
it.
cat in that picture?
I was a leopard
You were a
cat.
leopard cat. Okay.
Because I still had to keep it like
Pictures coming soon.
Yeah.
Keep posted on the keep your eyes on the Instagram, folks.
I
We'll be
still had
posting
to
all
keep
these.
it like a little bit with some kind of like crazy makeup.
Yeah, no,
you know?
absolutely.
I had
But
to glue shit to my face.
I did that, and then even when I brought it to work, people are like, "Yo, are you allowed to dress that way?" And I'm like, "I have clothes on underneath. I didn't come with my fucking bouquet just sitting out. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't,
Your sausage is in the
Yeah.
package.
my bouchard. It wasn't just hang danging.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I remember I was Al Bundy from Married with Children.
Good one.
Shoe salesman. And then last year I was Svengoolie, which
Oh.
half the people didn't even know who the hell he was.
Are you kidding?
Half the people at the party didn't even know who Svengoolie was.
Get the fuck
and I was
out
like,
of
well,
here.
did you grow up within like 100-mile radius of Chicago?
Right, like
They're like, yeah, I grew up in Downers Grove or whatever. And I'm like,
Oh.
oh, well, that explains it. You probably had cable.
yeah. I had cable, but like I feel
You
like
still knew who Svengoolie was.
yeah,
though, huh?
like I mean,
Yeah.
wasn't he on like I don't know, like channel 11 or no?
No, 26.
26, yeah,
And then
yeah.
like when he wasn't Svengoolie, he was just Rich Coase doing all the Three Stooges episodes. So it was like I was either watching him as Rich Coase or I was watching him as Svengoolie.
Svengoolie.
Yeah, and that's a Midwest classic in my opinion. The
I don't
fact that a bunch of people didn't know who he was blew my fucking mind. But,
If you
and it was
guys
good.
if you
We'll
guys
post that one,
can,
too.
I want you to send in if you know who Svengoolie is. I
Yeah.
just want to know.
Go ahead and just
just
comment any
intrigued.
picture. Do you know who the hell Svengoolie is?
You can just write yes. We'll know
Or
what you're
if you don't know
talking
who
about.
the hell I am, who the hell he was, like
That's cool too.
Yeah, go ahead.
We
I
just
mean-
want to know.
probably stop listening now.
Yeah, right. So this is where in a girl's life of Halloween, it takes this turn, right? You know, I don't know if you're aware.
Is this about to be about puberty or what is
yeah,
this? What is
right.
it?
It
Like, you have
is.
to
It's
make
kind
a
of at the
decision?
puberty stage. You know,
Okay.
there's a girl
Oh, I'm reading the question now. Yes.
going
okay.
through.
This makes
So
sense.
yeah, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna here to say that I missed the memo, but there's a point in life where, as a girl, you either get the memo that you dress like a slut or you don't.
Yeah, and it's literally anything now. Like you would find any costume. It could be like a lamp. And it's like
A
slutty
slutty
lamp, and it's just I don't know. Like if you put slutty, oh my God, what's wrong with me?
Jesus,
This LaCroix is really giving me the works over here.
keep those bubbles.
It's really throwing me over. Yeah, it's like if you just put slutty in front of literally anything, you have a costume.
Yeah.
You could be slutty cell phone.
You could be a slutty TikTok, a slutty tampon, you know, a slutty maxi pad.
Yeah.
Anything with slutty
or slutty
or
nun,
ears.
or a slutty priest.
Yeah, dude, there are slutty nuns.
I never seen it. It's crazy.
Like, so yeah, so I.
to pick any slutty pirate,
Yeah.
slutty doctor, slutty lawyer, slutty proctologist.
What
Like,
about a slutty slut? Has that been done?
Caves, the idea is to go to something you're not every day. So
I'm a tomboy slut. What can I say?
tomboy slutty tomboy.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I that happened to me. I missed the memo one year. I remember the year I dressed up as a jailbird, and you know, this was like the beginning of like my makeup liking, and I just like made my eye all blacked out. Like I got punched in the eye. Like,
Yeah.
gave like literally my hair just looked gross. All this stuff. I pull up to this party, and the rest of the girls are like pink ladies. Like they're all cute.
Oh, they were okay.
The other ones were Hooters girls.
And you didn't realize you graduated at that point.
I didn't know that we were supposed to do it.
You didn't get the T on that one.
Dude, I had my Mean Girls moment.
Wow. No,
Or-
wait. Keep going.
I was just traumatized. Like, I wanted to call my mom and be like, Mom,
Come get me.
come get me. I don't know what happened to Halloween,
All the other girls look cute.
but I'm ready for
Yeah.
Halloween, like to trick or treat. And this is not how I was playing it.
Right, right. Like, do guys have? I know, like, you don't really call a guy a slut, but like, do guys have like a mode when it comes to Halloween like that? Or,
I feel like the guys either just
or
like,
it's like beefcake mode. Like,
yeah, like they like that's when they become like Superman, and she's like,
but do you
Lois
think
Lane.
girls get down on that? No, I don't mean like couples. I mean like if you're just like a single, being a slutty Halloween girl. Like, what does that look like on the guy side?
like a guy being a slutty guy.
Sure, yeah. Like, do guys have that same like standard,
I don't think so.
or do they have that mode like beefcake?
I
mode?
mean, like, I feel like I don't really think so. I guess I don't really observe other guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Let me ask you this: have you ever looked at your husband and been like, "Damn,
My-
he looks good in that costume"?
My husband has dressed up like a woman.
Homer Simpson. I remember
My
Homer
husband is dressed up
Simpson.
as Homer Simpson. Although I'm not gonna lie, he was the Wolf Man one year. He wasn't bad looking.
That one you were
but he
probably-
looked-
yeah.
He looked like himself.
But I would say it wasn't even really dressing up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I see you. You teased the hair on your back.
Right. He brushed
Yeah.
it. He brushed it out a little bit. You know, but
He had a blowout on his back.
one year we dressed up as Jersey Shore, and
Yeah.
he looked really good for
Did
that.
he ever
one.
do Guy Fieri?
Yeah, he
Guy
did.
Fieri?
But that was before me.
Oh, it was.
That was his
Okay.
other girlfriend.
Oh. Okay. All right, you guys hear the thunder crack on that one? Floor shook.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no. There is like a thing. There's like a turn. Like no. Okay, no. I have a question. Would you? I mean, if you were at a bar, do you navigate the slutty girl in the slutty costume, or do you think she just looks like an idiot?
No, not at all. No. I don't navigate the girl in the slutty costume because that's 90% of the crowd.
Right.
I'm looking for the one who's standing out.
Right.
If I'm, yeah. I mean, I don't know what my intentions are with that question, but I'm not. I'm looking.
No,
at him
I'm looking at
afar,
it from the
but I'm
guy's
not.
perspective.
No, anybody who dresses like a slut, I'm just like, yeah, I know exactly why you're here, and you're just blending in with everybody else. That's boring to me.
Right.
I want to see someone like dress up as, like you said, Dorothy, but not sexy Dorothy.
Just
I want
regular
to see
Dorothy.
I want to see a girl come in as Dorothy with like the ruby slippers and an actual dog. Like, you know, it's like the devil's in the details. I
Yeah.
want to see someone who like really gave a shit and they didn't go out into Spirit Halloween and just buy like some $40 skimpy like
Right.
pajama cloth door.
Oh, the cloth ones, they're just like awful.
They're so bad.
And then they're like, they always fit bad.
And they're only good for us season because the second you sweat through any of that elastic, it's gone.
Oh, dude.
Nothing stays up. Nothing stays like tight anymore. It's garbage after that.
Preach. We used to save all of our costumes as kids.
Sam, there's still a closet on Roscoe filled with all of the old Halloween stuff.
Yeah.
From like 1928.
Jesus.
Like the makeups and the stuff that's probably giving you cancer and everything else. Like,
yeah.
There's shit in that closet that just should be in there anymore.
I was a vampire one year. The year Tony was, my husband Tony was Simpson, or he was Homer.
Yeah.
I think you were like a rocker or something that year.
Probably.
We went to your house or your parents' house for a party, and I remember like borrowing some of the vampire teeth and like putting like the putty and stuff, and I was like, dude, Uncle Buzz probably wore these.
Yeah, no, and when the teeth smell like an old library,
or like,
you're like
somebody in the Capra family wore
You're
these.
like, am I even allowed to put these in my mouth? This smells like the back page of a dictionary. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck am I about to put in ingest while I eat these things?
Right.
Do you normally wait till the last minute to like find your costume, or do you kind of have a predetermined idea?
I look all year.
Oh, you do?
I'm constantly debating what I'm gonna be.
My best ones come immediately when it's too late. It'll be 3 days before a party or 3 days before the day.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, no, I like this. Oh my God, I got the best idea out of nowhere, and I have everything already for it. Oh yeah, and then I was Duff Man. I made
I
like the
remember
big
that.
Duff Man belt, like the cape and the hat. Like I went all out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a good one. I remember that
much
one.
prefer the homemade and the do-it-yourself makeup and stuff. Like any of the zombie faces you've done and things with the oatmeal and the blood and all that. Like it just it dances circles around any of the store-bought stuff.
Dude, it's
All
so
about
much. It takes me like 4 hours to do my makeup
You could tell.
for Halloween.
Oh, for Halloween.
Yeah, for like when I'm getting. What an ass! What an ass! Where's that from, Joe?
That's Scream. Yeah.
Scream.
That's another
Sid!
movie I've learned to love around this time. It's hilariously campy.
Dude, Scream is just too good. But my only other question is.
This is your only other one?
Well, I have a few more.
Oh, okay. Don't sell yourself short.
I have quite a few more. Do you have any like really good trick or treating stories, like from when you were a kid or adult? Or yeah. Whatever.
Here's the thing, and like some of you might not even believe it. I always associate a story like that when it comes to like destruction, like someone throwing an egg, someone throwing toilet paper, shaving cream. I never did any of that stuff.
Mm-hmm. So you were good.
I was the big brother. I had to set an example, you know,
Oh,
and then
so honorable.
messed up other parts of my life in other ways where it was so honorable. No, there was a house in our neighborhood that would give away the full size candy bars.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd do everything you could to make sure you make a round at least twice over there.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm going to get the king size Costco candy bar.
Right.
You know what I mean? I would always gun for the Snickers.
At that time, Sam's Club.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. You'd get them big boxes from Sam's Club.
Right. No, I feel you.
But I mean, I don't have an individual story that would be like above the rest for any reason. I mean, being a kid in general, living in the city around Halloween time, like was just in general awesome.
Would you rather be like in the city trick or treating or in the burbs?
The city has here's the difference. As a kid, the city has its advantages because there's more houses on one block.
Right.
Whereas the suburbs, for every one house, like you could fit like 3 houses. So
Right.
it's like, you know, you're kind of
It's spaced out more.
yeah, it's quantity over quality at that point. So you're hitting up every house every like 12 feet. You know what I'm saying? Whereas
Right.
in the burbs. But as a parent, which I am not, but I would imagine so, I'd probably want to be in the suburbs just because it's a little safer.
Oh,
You know? like I'm going that route where I don't have to like pack a 22 or something.
oh my God!
my
What
back
neighborhoods are you going to?
What, you don't trick or treat around Rick and Benny's, or
Oh my gosh!
is that just me?
No, well, I don't know. I could never imagine like trick or treating in the suburbs.
Oh no,
I've never done it. Like I've never. It just seems so weird. Like because I know people that are like, oh no, we only have set days. I'm like, there's one day, October 31st.
If they ever did shit like that, I'd
Like,
move out.
What? This
is-
cul-de-sac only offers it
Yeah.
on the weekend of before Halloween.
Yeah,
like
it's if you drive out to like Wakanda or something.
I'm
Like they
like-
got some jacked off
I'm like-
rules.
My mind was blown when I heard this. I'm like, what do you mean? That's a thing? Like,
Yeah.
it's not just, or like, oh, we just trick or treat in our mall. Like,
Yeah, or they do,
I'm
or they do
sorry.
the trunk or treat, and
Yeah,
that's it. I'm like, no, that's not how that works.
Do you like trunk or treat?
I've never done it because I'm normal.
You know what? I did it last year, like for my mother-in-law's school. I like went there and decorated my trunk the day of, like night before.
Oh, you actually decorate your trunk. I thought it was literally just like, hey kid, I got some candy. in my
No,
trunk
no,
for
dude,
you.
people get intense.
Oh,
It's
see,
literally
I didn't know that.
all like the
That's me
soccer
being ignorant
moms,
right there.
all the soccer moms of the school, like out trying to like outdo each other.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas with the Cranks or like something like on crack. Like they're just like, oh, mine's better, mine's scarier, mine's this. Like, and I just showed up like I'm just here to. I don't even have kids that go here. I don't even go here. Like,
Do you, along with that story, do you have a trick or treating story that you'd like to share, or
so I was like the
put
biggest.
me on the spot like that?
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
What do you got?
I was the biggest trick or treating whore. Like,
Please.
I swear to God, literally from the second school got out, I wanted to trick or treat home. Like I wanted to, like it was like.
Oh, you were just at 2:59.
Full
You were just
capacity.
full. Yeah.
My cousin Kyle, he would be like, he didn't care.
Yeah.
He could care less. Like we're 3 months apart. Where you'd think we'd match energies with that. No, he'd be like half a block. I'm like, we got to keep going. Like. But I remember like my dad was really savage too, like with me, like we would be like,
Yeah.
so I remember the one time my mom had to take my brother and sister back home. So it was just me and my dad. We were like, it was like probably like 9:30 at night. We're still trick or treating. Now, mind you, there's no cell phones. My mom's like driving around looking for us, like trying to tell us to come back home. And we went to this house and the guy was like, dude, I'm really sorry. Like, I don't have any more candy. And we were like, I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, but I have hot dogs.
What?
I swear to God.
You got hot dogs?
So the guy he was making hot dogs for his family and gave us a hot dog each.
The bun and everything?
Everything.
He gave
Pop
you a squirt
and a
of
hot
mayo?
dog.
And a little relish, a little Chicago hot on there, or
I
what?
swear to God. I was like, I remember like my mom finding us and I was like, Mom, we got a hot dog. She was like, oh my God, you guys are done. You cannot be out anymore. Like, get in the house. Like,
There's the guy wearing the overcoat going, look at my hot dog.
no. But I don't even think people would allow that now.
No, hell no, dude. Hell no.
But that, and then I was so savage. Like, I would even trick or treat at like the apartment buildings. Like, I didn't care.
Yeah, because then it's 3 for 1.
Hell yeah. And like, you know,
Depending
usually
on
they
how big
wouldn't
they are?
answer. And my mom
Yeah.
would be like, don't even ring their bell. And I lived in a condo and I used to, when I was a kid, I never got to pass out candy. So I thought it was like fascinating to be able to pass out candy, but I wanted to trick or treat more. So
Right.
I was like, no, I want to trick or treat there. So there was this one lady on this. I still remember the house. It was like on this corner house. It was an apartment building. She would throw candy from her top floor window out to the kids.
Get out of here.
Like she would lift up her
that
window.
might be the best way to serve candy
Yeah,
to children.
she would just whip it at you, and she'd be like she was this great little Polish lady. She was just wonderful. She'd be like throwing down all this Polish candy. It was great.
Or if you had like one of those shirt guns they have at like sporting
Yeah,
events,
right,
just
right.
just aiming it at the kids in the street.
But yeah, I loved trick or treating. I was like, I remember like not being able to trick or treat anymore, and I was just like devastated. I cried.
Yeah, it was weird how the costumes and the energy were at like this all-time high, and then they dip at the, for me anyway, they dipped at like the early like teenage years in middle school, and then it shot up when I was like later teenage, like 17, 18, like back in high school, because then I got into like the hardcore decorating, like outside,
Yeah.
with, like the dummies and the bodies and the, you know, making the outside look legit. So it was this weird like peak and valley where there was like this awkward 4 or 5 years in the middle where I was like, Halloween's for losers, for babies.
See, I never thought like that.
Yeah, it was
I just
weird.
like I was like the weirdo. Like I love this. Why is nobody dressing up?
Yeah.
Like
How about haunted houses? How you feel about haunted houses?
I don't do them.
Yeah, but you did. You did the one.
I've done
When
them,
we
but
were-
I
all right, so
fucking
it's-
hate them.
It's story time on Slobs Anonymous. So we were up in Wisconsin
Wisconsin
Dells
Dells.
last summer, and they have they had like a $2 haunted
Shut up.
on the main strip down in their uptown area. And we were all like, yo, like, how fucking funny is this going to be? It's not even going to be scary.
And I'm like, I don't want to go.
So she...
I did not want to go at all. I was begging not to go.
So we all go, and were you leading the
I was
pack
leading
too?
the way.
For some,
like an idiot.
She didn't want to go at all, and somehow she was the one guiding the train.
Right.
I don't know how the hell that happened.
I guess I had to be the first to see it.
I get, yeah, because you're like, I don't want any surprises. But I'm like, if you're leading the pack, you're gonna get all the surprises. So your logic was ass backwards. It didn't
I'm
make
like,
any
you
sense.
know what? I could run though. I could
True.
run through. That's my logic.
But at one point, they went from really, really like a lot of screaming to no screaming, and at that point, I knew we were at the end. Because the whole time, literally from the second we walked in, the noises that were being made and the screams that were had, and then at one point we reached that section where the walls were made out of like
stuff,
blow up like material.
Yes.
Like it was like it was like a bounce house, but all around. It was like a big vagina we were squeezing through. I was like, is this what it was like?
We were passing through our mothers.
Yeah,
again.
it felt like I was being reborn and then just like shit out on the opposite end of this terrible fucking haunted house. Like it wasn't, and that was also my first haunted house. It was the only haunted house I've ever been in.
That was probably I was probably the absolute worst person to go with.
Everybody
for your first...
else, no, it was hysterical. Anybody else we were with was pissing their pants laughing by the end of the scene because Kaylee was.
I ruined it for everybody.
I
was just like, oh my God, get me out of here! I can't do this.
And it was like on the last day, we were leaving the Wisconsin Dells and just like kind of hitting some of the stuff we didn't get to make yet. So it was a really good like cap off to the trip to just see Kaylee pissing herself all the way up and down that haunted house.
The best is that like you would think, because I love Halloween, I love horror movies, that I would like them, but I have had so many bad situations. It just doesn't. Wait, you never went to like the haunted forest as a kid?
No, I never did any of that.
What?
I was like to me, I was like, I'm gonna spend my money to go get the shit scared out of me. It just never.
Your parents didn't like force you to do stuff like that?
No,
like, that like builds
do you
character.
know my parents? No,
that shit builds character. Maybe that's why I like it so much then, because like
I would do it now. Like it doesn't bother me.
They don't have
now.
it now. The haunted forest is done.
Oh well,
they used to have that at like by Superdog by my parents' house. Like, oh, it used to scare the shit out of me. At the end, you would see like Batman singing and like playing the Monster Mash with like hot chocolate.
We'll have to bring it back.
Dude, it was so good. The scariest one I went to was in Tennessee. I went and literally they were filming a movie at the haunted house.
Oh, damn.
And it was terrifying. I didn't even go in. I didn't make it in. The guy on the outside, he was dressed like the guy from Jeepers Creepers on stilts.
Nice.
And he knew. They know. These people, it doesn't matter what everyone's like, they're not going to get, they don't know. Just stand in the middle. Fuck that. No, they always know. They're like, that girl, that broad.
They do know. They can smell.
It's like a dog. It smells fear.
Yeah.
They know. They know. Like, the guy chased me. I literally was so afraid waiting for my friends. He chased me into like the little concession stand. I ran into the concession stand where the people were working.
Yeah.
And he stuck his head through the window and growled in my ear. I was like, get me the fuck out of here. Yeah. And then they like chase you to your car. I'm like, nice. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Not a fan. But anyways, so we're going to be playing a game.
We got a game? It's game time.
It's
Cue
game
the game
time.
Music here.
Dude, do you like clowns? Are clowns like a thing for you? You're afraid?
I never understood this. The
clown
Wait, is this
thing?
a question?
No.
Oh, you're just asking me.
Just
No, I
curious.
never. There's nothing I'm afraid of.
You're not
I'm
afraid
not
of
afraid.
anything?
No, the shit I'm afraid of doesn't exist.
What, like The Exorcist?
No, like paranormal activity shit. Like.
Oh, that does exist.
That's psychological mindfuck stuff.
That's the stuff that
shit
gets you?
That gets me. I could look at any monster or any ghoul, any creature in the eye and be like, meh.
Well,
it's
yeah.
when I can't see it, is it where I'm freaked out. That's what gets me. That's
So
what gobbles my goo. That's the onion in my ointment.
So you're afraid of ghosts?
If they exist, yes.
They do exist.
Oh, I'm a little skeptical. All right.
Oh, well, don't be, because it'll come for you.
Why? Do you got a thing with clowns?
I mean,
Cloons?
I don't like clowns, but I'm not like they're not like my favorite thing.
It doesn't mess with me at all.
Like I mean, I don't like Terrifier.
I still have to see that, so don't ruin it.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, clowns, yeah, I mean, they're not, my favorite thing, but I'm not going to go, crying. I mean, I'm more afraid of snakes than clowns.
All right, cue back up the game
So,
music.
right. All right. This or that. Off the cuff.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Pumpkin spice latte or apple cider?
Pumpkin spice latte. Damn it.
Scary costume or funny?
Funny.
Haunted house or hayride?
Hayride.
Apple picking or pumpkin patch?
Pumpkin patch.
Zombies or vampires?
Vampires.
House party or bar Halloween party?
House party for sure.
Oh, what was that?
House party. It's a combo house bar party. House party.
Yeah.
House party.
Hand out candy or trick or treat?
Trick or treat.
Candy corn or caramel apples?
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's a real question.
Caramel fucking apples. Put that candy corn in the garbage.
Carve pumpkins or paint pumpkins?
Carve pumpkins.
No.
Oh, see, here's the thing. We carve and paint.
I know, you guys are extra.
We're nuts.
Yeah, dude, you guys do
So-
pumpkins on crack. Last and final, do you cut your pumpkins from the top or the bottom?
Top.
Ding,
Did I
ding,
win?
ding. There's no winner.
Oh, all right. You want to go now?
Duh.
All right, here we go. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. All right, we're done. Pumpkin spice latte or apple cider?
Pumpkin spice.
Scary costume or funny costume?
Scary.
Haunted house or hayride?
Hayride.
Apple picking or pumpkin patch?
Pumpkin patch.
Zombie or vampire?
I'm gonna go vampire.
Halloween house party or bar Halloween party?
Depends how good the house party is, but house party.
Hand out candy or trick or treat?
Trick or treat.
Candy corn or caramel apples?
Caramel apples. Popcorn balls.
Yeah, I was going to say, why isn't popcorn balls on here? Carve pumpkins or paint pumpkins?
I like both. Carve.
That's why I said, I was like,
Carve.
we do both. Yeah, whether we want it or not. And for our final question, do you cut your pumpkins from the top or cut them from the bottom?
The bottom.
What? The bottom?
Yeah,
All right, I guess we have a new topic. What the hell are you doing cutting them from the bottom?
because then you just stick the candle on the cement and it's done. You don't have to worry about it floating around in the side of the pumpkin.
And that's our game, folks. Woo! That's
You
a
never
very
heard of
interesting-
that?
No, I did just see that recently, and I thought it was a joke.
No, it's so much
But
better.
yeah.
It just makes
Interesting.
sense. The thing I want to do this year is put a diffuser inside my pumpkin to see smoke
Oh, that would be cool.
and change
Yeah.
colors.
When you're looking for a pumpkin, what kind of pumpkin you look for? Like the short and stubby, the long and tall. Does it have to have a good stem on it?
I
you know,
like a good stem. I usually always do a scary face,
Okay.
but I sometimes do actual lettering, and sometimes I'll do a Pac-Man pumpkin.
Yeah.
It just depends on the year.
For me, I'm all about the jack-o'-lantern specifically. I know we carve them too, like how you would carve a wooden post.
I've
but,
never seen anybody do what
Yeah,
you guys
we do. We do some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
We'll post some pictures of that too.
Yeah, it's crazy. I never seen it before.
But when I do it, I always carve the top, and it's got to have a good handle on top, as I
Yeah.
always say. It's got to have a good stem, really intricate. If it's even got some leafy greens coming off of it, the more intricate the stem, the better, and the more creepy, in my opinion. But
Yeah, I love a good pumpkin carving time. Do you eat pumpkin seeds?
I used to, but now they just remind me of wood chips. For some
Yeah.
reason, I feel like I'm
I
not
don't-
supposed to be ingesting that.
I don't-
Along with the candy corn. Put the candy corn and the pumpkin seeds in the same fucking garbage can. Get
They're
it out
not
of here.
good. Not good.
I think that's been our Halloween spooktacular. Okay, do you have anything else for us, or I don't want to cut you down or cut you
No,
off?
no, we're good. We're
All right.
good.
Well, thank you guys for joining us today. I hope you had fun listening to our insanity, our fun stories, and the great questions that Kaylee came up with.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. We hope you have a great Halloween, safe Halloween.
If you like what you've been hearing so far, stay tuned for the insanity and the randomness that is about to come. But we're going to be here again next Friday, as we are. Everyone have a very happy, safe Halloween holiday. And again, join us for next week for some additional craziness.
Also, if you guys have any slob stories of your own that you'd like to write in on, someone suggested this, that they wanted to hear our anonymous slobs stories. So if you'd like to submit an anonymous story to be read on the air or something crazy that's happened to you, send them in. We won't say your name, but we'd love to hear it.
Go ahead and send them either to our email, that is 2 slobsanonymous@gmail.com, or if you want to look for us on Instagram at Slobs Anonymous Podcast, you can hit us up there. Slip into our DMs, as they say.
Slide into the DMs.
Yeah,
you know
we'd
what
love to
I'm
hear what
saying?
you say. Even if you just want to say hello, go ahead and send us a message. We'd love it.
Yes.
But until then, if you're not having fun,
You gotta make your own.
we will see you next week on another episode of
Slobs
Slobs Anonymous.
with Joey C and KB.
Peace out, Girl Scout.
That's all, folks.
You can see where my sound waves are. Where are your sound waves? See how mine look like mountains?
Up your ass. Is that loud enough?
You got a little bit of mountains going on.